as much as I enjoyed Dominique Fishback's performance, her character was written to be such an unlikable. Like, I wanted to jump through the screen and strangle her. I just wanted to take her and just, hit her with an F5 Brock Lesnar, pick her back up, hit her with a Stone Cold Stunner, boom, knock her out, pick her back up, hit her with a rock bottom, bam, let her lay there, come with the people's elbow, cacao, and then finish it off with the cherry on top, pick her up, tombstone power driver, boom, rest in peace. Alright, y'all, I should have known, if it came from executive producer Donald Glover, then I should have known that this was going to be a very unique and interesting ride, almost like watching something while on mushrooms or acid. Okay, I should have known that I was going to be in for something crazy. And even the title font, Swarm, it looked like something like horror type shit, alright? So, I was in a live stream last night with my man Q Reviews, Blacktastic Media, and Cyrus the Great, right? And I was sold on this show, Swarm, because they were, giving it some good praise. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this out, I'm sold on it. And so, by the way, this is non-spoiler, okay? So for those that have not watched, no, I'm not gonna spoil much. I may sprinkle a mild one here too, so if you don't care about a mild spoiler sprinkle here or there, keep watching. If not, then, because I've been known to slip out shit every now and then. So anyways, this show starts out very promising, where I'm like, okay, I think I can get down with this. It's weird from the jump, but here's my problem with the show. First, I'm gonna get the positives out the way. The positives, shot very well. The performances, I think her name is Dominique Fishback. Brilliant performance. Like, this is like tour de force type shit. So last year I was raving about Mia Goth, right, for Pearl. Dominique Fishback's Dre gives Pearl a run for her money. This bitch was psychotic, crazy, okay? She belongs in the upper echelon of crazy psychotic women in film and cinema. Kathy Bates Misery, Mia Goth, Pearl, Dominique Fishback for Dre, alright? So the performances, out the fucking park, alright? And the show did keep my interest, so usually, like these days, I check out of stuff real quick, right? So I'm just at that point in my life where if you don't get my interest, then I check out real easily, but for some reason, I could not stop watching. So it's 7 episodes. I just binged all 7 of them. And I could not stop watching. So I gotta say, I guess good writing. Good direction. Alright. Some shocking things happened. Okay. Bodies hit the floor. And just the premise of it, being a YouTube content creator, I can relate to this. Or if you're on social media, period, you can relate to this because this show really shows the toxicity of social media, how it's a curse more than a blessing. It can be a blessing because it can reunite you with people that you haven't seen in a long time, or it could introduce you to good people that you didn't know that you had a lot in common with. So, like for me, for example, I was introduced to a lot of fellow YouTubers that share my interests, whereas people around here that I live around, nobody gives a fuck about movies, you know what I'm saying? So nobody can relate to me where I'm at. So thankfully I do have social media where I can connect with people that I have something in common with. So there is a good and a bad to social media, but this show shows the bad of it. So the premise is a super fan of a Beyonce type singer, and she is so obsessed with her that she will literally kill you if you go against her, if you say you don't like her music, you say you don't like her. If you're a content creator and you put out a video or a tweet where you talk about her, okay, she will come after your ass Norman Bates style. So, watching this show, this almost made me say, I don't even know if I want to create content anymore, because if I put out something like, one of my most hated videos where people came at me the most was my Master P video where I talked about I got the hookup too. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers came at me with razor blades and lemon juice. So, if you piss off the right motherfucker, they could try to come after your ass. You know what I mean? So, as a content creator, this did kind of scare me. So, in a lot of ways, this is kind of horror because, this stuff could possibly happen. And, even though I'm not a big YouTuber, but the big dogs, or they get death threats all the time, all kind of shit. Like, I'm gonna come to your house and, bomb you or whatever. So this show is about this super fan of this Beyonce figure who will go through any lengths to not only try to see her in concert, but also will murder you if you ever come after her. Like, she gets credit cards in the mail, all right? Maximizes credit cards just to get a ticket to a show. And you're talking about $18, $1,800. I wish it was $18. $1,800 a pop. Okay, she's not playing around. So this show did have me interested because of the realism of how social media is and how social media can be a very toxic place where some content creators have to just get off entirely and just be like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just receiving too much hate. I'm receiving too much, negative stuff. I gotta get up out of here. So those are the positives, right? And I also, the originality of it. Okay, this show is very original. Even though it does take from stuff like, say, Joker and Taxi Driver and what's another one? In some ways, Misery. You know what I'm saying? And Pearl, but this is really its own thing. Now the negatives, okay. The negatives is with a movie about a psycho, sociopath or whatever, psychopath, sociopath. You want to make them somewhat relatable. You know what I mean? So when you watch Joker, even though Joker did some fucked up things, but Joker was somebody you can get behind because you see how he was mistreated along the way. Like he had mental illness, but people always mistreated him. They always spit on him, they beat him up, and then so you're like, damn, I want to see him trying to like finally fight back for himself. When he does, he comes back with a real vengeance. You know what I'm saying? But you can relate to him and you feel for him. You watch Pearl. Pearl comes from a messed up situation. And even though they kind of go into Dre's backstory somewhat, but still, from the jump, she's an unlikable character. From the first episode, I want to see her die. I'm like, okay, the 7 episodes deep. Please tell me they kill her and somebody else takes her place and she becomes the next superfan, because I did not like her at all. You know what I'm saying? There was a scene where she almost got killed, but then some people came to save her, and then they ended up getting in trouble and going to jail or whatever, just to save her ass, and then she escaped. Like, she was escaped by the skin of her tits, and I'm like, dude, can somebody kill her already? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was even another scene where she came close to dying, and I'm like, dude, you gotta be the worst shot ever, man. How you got this big ass shotgun? You got the motherfucker right there, and you miss. I did not like her. I wanted to see her die. Every episode, I wanted to see this chick die. All right. And there's even a point where she, okay, here we go. Well, nah, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah. Let's just say some people get taken out that I really liked, especially one particular person who I kind of crush on, even though she's part of the LGBTQ. It's funny how some of the finest chicks in the world end up being LGBTQ, and it's heartbreaking. But yeah, man. And the way this show ended, okay, the way this season ended, I don't know if they're gonna do a season 2, whatever. I don't know if this is a limited series or if this is just, whatever. But the way this ended, the payoff wasn't worth it. Okay, usually when somebody is unlikable like this, there's gotta be some retribution. There's gotta be some consequences to their actions. Okay, even as likable as Scarface was, Scarface did some terrible things and he had to go at the end. I felt like the payoff was not a payoff. When it was over with, I stopped it. I said, okay, that was interesting. That happened. But for some reason, I thought about Charlamagne the God when that one cat came on the show. He was trying to freestyle, and Charlamagne said, "Nah, that's not it."
Traction, rip it on any beat. That's an adaptation. I'm running out of breath. I'm bringing it back in. Need my money up front. Don't deal with it back in. Your pockets on a diet, nigga. I'm calling you Atkins.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
That's how I felt when the show went off. So, not a terrible show, not a great show. I say it's watchable. A one-time watch. I'll probably never go back to this again. This might be too weird for some. Like, I text my cousin him in a group chat, and I'm like, yo, you heard about this show called Swarm? And Cousin China wrote back, well, Cousin China been away for a long time, so some of y'all probably don't even know who Cousin China is anymore. But she texted back, and she was like, yeah, this show's a little too weird for me. So, might be too weird for some. For me, it just did it. The payoff wasn't worth it. Where I invested, like, 2.5 hours into the shit, and it just didn't do it for me. So wrapping it up, y'all. Swarm is an interesting watch. It's a, shout out to the black filmmakers. to everybody that was involved in this. It's a decent watch, but for me, it just didn't do it. I can't highly recommend it, but I will say feel free to check it out and let me know what you think. So with that being said, yeah, I give this show a C. All right, as much as I enjoyed Dominique Fishback's performance, her character was written to be such an unlikable. Like, I wanted to jump through the screen and strangle her. I just wanted to take her and just, hit her with an F5 Brock Lesnar, pick her back up, hit her with a Stone Cold Stunner, boom, knock her out, pick her back up, hit her with a rock bottom, bam, let her lay there, come with the people's elbow, cacao, and then finish it off with the cherry on top, pick her up, tombstone power driver, boom, rest in peace. If you like and did this content, shit. Damn, 4 shots in, y'all. That's alcohol. If you like and dig this content, that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.